It's a bird. It's a plane. No, wait. That's a goblin? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. And today, we will be talking about Goblin Mode, or Goblin Riders. This is a deck that's going to be releasing in Phantom something in February, and I want to do a deck thing to show what it does and why it's so beautiful. And I'll talk about the cards. I also did a video of the deck summarized in 2 minutes, so if you want to, you can check that out. But without further ado, let's talk about Goblin Riders. So Goblin Riders is going to be a new rank 3 deck that focuses on sucking, making Big Head Gabunga often, and using it to suck one of your opponent's monsters and just do generic good rank 3 stuff and win the game, like so. So I'll talk about what all the cards do now. Doug the Assaulter can detach a material from a monster on the field and special summon itself, and on normal or special summon, add a Goblin Rider spell or trap from the deck to the hand. It special summons itself from the hand. And Clutter the Noisy, quick effect, can detach a material from a monster on the field, and if you do, special summon it from the graveyard, but banish it when it leaves the field, so it's a quick effect during your opponent's turn. And on normal or special summon it, you can target a goblin monster in the graveyard, except Clutter the Noisy, and special summon it. Pretty good. Then we got Boon the Mock Speed, which is just quick effect. Well, it's in your hand or graveyard, detach a material from a monster in the field, special summon it, and until the end of the next turn after this effect resolves, you cannot special summon it. Boon the Mock Speed. And the final main deck monster is Goblin Rider Myandra or something. On normal or special summon, it special summons a goblin monster from the hand, and you can, while it's in the graveyard, detach material from a monster in the field, special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. So this one special summons from hand, searches a spell or trap, monster specials from graveyard, and quick effect from grave during your opponent's turn. Mock Speed during either player's turn from hand or graveyard, but you can only summon it once, like every 2 turns. Cold Blood specials a goblin from hand and can summon itself from graveyard on your turn. Now, to help these cards, we have a small punk engine consisting of 3 Xiamen, 2 Foxy Tune, and 2 Ogre Dance. You always want to search the Foxy Tune off of the Xiamen, and Ogre Dances are just there in ways because they're 4th and 5th copies of Xiamen, and ways that you don't brick, where, like, let's say you, like, for some reason don't have access to Foxy Tune, but you, like, E-Tellied out of Xiamen, you can summon out that Xiamen, add Ogre Dance, discard itself to add another Xiamen, normal summon, you get all your plays going like that. We have Psychic Tracker and Psychic Wielder for extra psychics that do things, that are free extenders, and Wielder allows you to go into Barkion in the extra deck. Then finally we have 1 copy of Junk Forward, honestly you can take it out for whatever, but a Tour Guide from the Underworld, which is your best play starter, but one is the, like, most susceptible to hand traps, because if this gets ashed, or Veilered, or Impermed, and you don't have any extenders like Tracker, Wielder, Foxy Tune, something like that, you are just done. Now for the other cards, play triple Ash, triple Droll, double Veiler, and double triple Tactic Talent, a Called By, a Rhoda, 3 E-Telly, and now you see that I've glossed over 2 cards. I'll first talk about Grand Arrival of the Goblin Riders. It is an insane spell card. Add a goblin monster from deck to hand, and then you can attach a goblin or material from a monster on the field, and if you do, special summon a level 4 or lower goblin monster from your hand. And it has a second effect where you can banish it from the graveyard, detach material from a monster on the field, and add a goblin monster from the graveyard to your hand. So it's a search, a extender, and recursion all in 1 card. It is probably, it's like the best card of the deck. Now the other thing is Full Armor XYZ, which allows you to Xyz on your opponent's turn and banish it from the graveyard, target Xyz monster you control, and equip one other Xyz monster from your face-up field or graveyard to that monster, and the equip spell with the following with the following effects: gains attack equal to this card's attack, and if it would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy this card instead. Pretty good. And the reason that we do this is we play a thing called the Exceed Armor Engine, where you go into Torpedo, detach 2 to draw 2, Fortress to search out Armored XYZ, make Armored Lancer on your opponent's turn, banish the Armored Z to equip the Torpedo to make the Lancer that it can't be targeted, and then Lancer will trigger to attach a monster your opponent controls to it as material. Now in the extra deck, we have Barkion, Zeus, Typhon, the Armored Package, Downward Magician for Zeus's, a Ashura King, Cicada King, Bamboozling, Gossip Shadow, Mega Clops, SP Little Knight, and IP Masquerena. And now the one new card, Big-Headed Gabunga. Once Exceed, add a Goblin monster from deck to hand, and if a material is detached from a monster on the field, you can target one face-up monster on the field, attach it to this card's material, and during the end phase, you could attach one Goblin monster from your deck to this card as material. Each effect is a hard once per turn, but this card does everything. It searches out a Goblin monster, it sucks your opponent's stuff, and during the end phase, it gets more material on itself for plays, and also just to get more names of goblins out of the deck. This is the main key piece. All your plays, you want to get 2 level 3s on the field so that you can make Big-Headed Gabunga, and once you do that, you just win, mostly. There's some other side decks stuff. Look at that. Ooh, ah, traps. And with that, let's get to the game. Already, game 1, we're going to be going against Branded. I hate Branded. Don't ask me why I hate Branded. I just hate it. We're going to special summon out Zeomin. Zeomin effect. We are going to be adding Foxy Tune. Foxy Tune effect send itself in the Zeomin. Summon out another Zeomin. We make a Big Head Gabunga to add Doug the Assaulter. Doug the Assaulter is going to summon himself out. Search another one of the Arrivals. Arrival is going to make plays. Armored Torpedo to draw one. We're going to make Armored Fortress, detach to draw again. Then we're going to make Armored Lancer to trigger this to summon back the Command of the Cold Blood. Now we're just going to leave these 2 on the field, and why is that? Because we want to have full Armor XYZ on our opponent's turn. Let's see what they can do. Aluber, the Boober of Doober. Fine. We make a Cicada King. Branded High Spirits. I let that resolve. Albion. And that resolve Branded in White. I go Armored Torpedo. This may have been a misplay. It could have been a misplay. I'm not actually sure if it was. Actually, I don't think so. But we use Suck Up the Lubellion, and that mostly forces them to use the Rinbrum Engrave, I believe. Yeah. Then they make an Albion. Albion happens. I Cicada negate it. Then we use Goblin Rider, Big Head Gabunga, Mirror Jade, Imperm, Suck, Suck, Suck. I just said that out loud. Lubellion to set Branded Beast. Cartesia. Cartesia make Garginual. Graganguinal. Gabagool. Sarnur. Summon itself out. We go Branded Beast. Pop the Gabunga. That's fine. Send a Branded Regain. Summon out Magnamut. End phase. And set a Retribution and Magnamut effect. And Branded Beast to set that back up. And time limit ran up, but at the same time, they were losing. They were dead. I had so much good stuff, and one of the things that helped prevent them from killing me on their turn was the fact that Dark Armored Lancer exists, and if you can see, it's 5,900 attack, and because of Armored XZ's Torpedo, it cannot be targeted with effects, and if it were to be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can just get rid of the Torpedo instead. It's a very sticky monster, which is pretty cool. Alright, now, that's what it does on the play. What does it do going second? Okay, before you yell at me, you're gonna say, hey, why are there gold prize here? This is another version of the deck. It's more high-rolly with the gold prize. It was a version I was testing earlier, but I thought this was a really good replay, so I was gonna keep it in. So note that I don't play the gold pride stuff anymore, because it's a bit too high-rolly in my opinion. But they're gonna start off. Zeomin, well, the Labyrinth welcomes you. Yaman effect. Impermit. Crap, that's a lot of stuff. Goodbye. Big welcome labyrinth. Imperm column. I go Foxy Tune. They ash it. Then, because I lost life points, Captain Carry. Make Exy's Armor Torpedo. I don't know why I don't go for other plays here. I draw directly into a road, which is pretty sad. Make this. Make you. Go Doug the Assaulter. I'm making a bunch of misplays here, but I added the trap card. Once again, another card that I'm not playing right now, just because I think it's not as good. We make Star Leon, Captain Carry to buff it up. Try to go for a lethal push here. I'm off. Set 3 pass. I go Stampede. That does absolutely nothing. These 2 traps are frankly dead here due to my misplays. They do wet labyrinth shenanigans. Summon out the Lady Labyrinth of the Castle of Silver. I draw Ash Blossom. Let's go. They imperm a useless card, honestly. And then go into battle to force out the Big Welcome. Normal summon Ash to make a big-headed Gabunga. They go Welcome Labyrinth. I add Clutter the Noisy, Goblin Rider Stampede to negate. And then this allows me to suck. Add back the Doug using Grand Arrival. Now we're going to add another Grand Arrival. We haven't triggered Grand Arrival this turn. We're going to add Boon. We're going to make SP Little Knight, banish the face down, and go to end phase. How are they going to do? What are they going to do? Who are they going to do? Wait, what? Set Big Welcome Labyrinth again. The other Big Welcome to get rid of this. They are playing now only on engine stuff. And I have Clutter the Noisy in hand. We normal summon Clutter the Noisy. They Big Welcome, but they do a bunch of things. We set Terrors of the Overroot. They summon out Mother. I go Start Your Engines. Doug the Assaulter happens. We summon out Rollerballer. Ariana gets summoned. Everything's going a bit loco, you know? Cuckoo Clock. I make Big Head Gabunga. I go Mbach the Boom Speed. They go Terrors of the Overroot to chain to stop me from killing them. Or what they think. And then I activate this. This allows me to get an extra normal summon to summon out the Clutter. Make Chariot Carry. And we are trying to find lethal. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've got him. Nay on this, man! So, that was a different variant of the deck, and I'll just quickly show you that list because I have it still. This is that one. It's a lot more high rolly, and maybe I'd say more fun, but it dies easier to hand traps and stuff. You'd see the differences ooh and ah at that, but different type. Ooh. Now to the best of 3 against meta. Game 1, and we're going to be going first against Infernoble. This way. Is this the FTK? No, it's not the FTK. They're just playing some Ignites and fun stuff. Some gas. We're going to go Big Head Gabunga, Doug the Assaulter, Doug, add Grand Arrival, Torpedo to draw another card into another Myandra, add the XE Armor, we go Grand Arrival, summon out Myanda, to summon out Clutter, to summon out back Doug. We link into this and pass. This may look like a mid-board, but we have 1 interaction here, 2, 3, and we have Clutter bringing back Doug to prevent death and also to make sure that we have large amounts of follow-up for our turn. So they're going to start off with the sales spam saying no to the IP. We make the SP. Then I decide we're balling, go into the full armor and lancer. I'm like, oh, we can droll them. I say, you know what? I don't know what they do under droll, but not much if they don't have monsters on the field. And they concede. Pretty easy game 1. Let's go to game 2 and see what happens. Going second, and is that 3 hand traps plus Yaman? Don't mind if I do. Okier is going to send a Gearfried. Reynald is going to add back the Gearfried. They're going to go into Isolde. I say no. I say no. They're going to summon out Olivier. They're going to go into another Ice Zone. I say no. I say no. They're going to summon out the Gearfried, and then they're going to equip all their stuff. Now, I took a while to think here, and I didn't think about what I could do right, but I just decided to go into Typhon and say, haha, you can't out this. They could not out this. They could not out this. And I also still had a troll in hand. With that, let's go to the deck overview. We are back at the deck review, and oh my gosh, I love this. I love this so much. It makes me so happy. Let's talk about it. Alright, so here are the pros. 1. Goblin mode. Goblin Deez nuts. Got him. Funny memes. Pro number 2. Rank 3s are real good. Cicada King, Gossip Shadow, Ashura King, and of course Big Headed Gabunga are nasty. And since we are playing Zeus, we have easy access to Zeus. Pro number 2 is this deck is so consistent. Just you have a single tour guide, a single Ogre Dance, Foxy Tune, or Xiamen, and you are straight up vibing. You have your full combo lines. 3, the interaction is kind of different. You know, it's not 5 billion negates, it's sucks and different forms of interaction that people may not be ready to deal with. Like in that branded game, I was able to clear that Mirror Jade easily without triggering its sent from by opponent's card effect clause and wiping my board, just because I was able to give it the suck. And another pro is that the deck, due to the fact that it's really easy to start combos, you can run a lot of non-engine. I'm running a low man. I'm running I'm running 10 right here, but you could definitely run a lot more. That just make sure that your opponent can't be allowed to play or have fun. And finally, in the right hands, you can play through a good amount of interaction, and mostly any hand leads to some form of interaction, like usually. And now for the cons. Con number 1 is, at least for this version in particular, its ceiling is fairly low. Compared to other versions that I've tested out, like the one I showed earlier, where this, you end on like 5 or 6 negates, maybe even more. This one, not so much. This one is more of a going third deck, if you know what I mean. Where you go first, you set up some forms of interactions that you just don't die, and then on the turn 3 you just kill them. And that honestly works pretty good, but that is dangerous when you have really crazy board-breaking decks that can play through a lot of interruptions, like Unchained and Vanadium, that could probably break through this board and kill you. That's one issue. Another issue is this card called Dimensional Barrier. Konami, please ban. And honestly, other than that, there's like not much wrong with this deck. This deck is really awesome. It's 100% going to be meta, my copium take. Maybe not that much copium, but it's going to be meta. It's going to kill Pearly, and I love this deck a lot. If you want to, I would highly suggest like testing out Goblin Riders. It's just so fun, man. I love this deck so much. I don't care how much it costs. I'm going to pick it up the second it comes out in the TCG. And with that, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.